Yeah, there's the Rubik.
It's on Elephant again this time, so...
Nice. Well, Rubik. FY Rubik.
I think they'll move away from the Earth Spirit this time, though. I think they'll try to pick something that is a little more reliable, in a sense, like we saw from the Wind Ranger last game. But like Faye played that incredibly well.
Yeah, and we were like, what does this Windrunner do after they swipe the Bloodseeker? So we ate our words. I'm happy to do it. Always delicious.
Okay.
Bloodseeker first pick. Wow.
I don't mind that, though. I think that's absolutely fine. EHOME, something they're comfortable with, and now they can go back for the Wind Ranger in the second pick. So Elephant now can't take the Wind Ranger, right? Like, it wouldn't work. So EHOME have learned their mistake from the draft last time. Well, it ended up working anyway for them, but they didn't get the Bloodseeker Wind Ranger because they first picked the Wind Ranger. And they can still go, like, Lesh if they want. Second, I think, would be fine as well.
Yeah. Could go Windrunner here for Elephant. Just take
they
it.
Could, but it would be so awkward, like Rubik Wind Ranger.
I don't think it
like,
fits in this lineup at all.
I think they'll just focus on what hero they want for themselves. I think this Sven has potential to come out here for Elephant still.
Mm.
What other fives have Elephant lies? They picked this Warlock pretty early on, didn't they? In the tournament.
Yeah, the Warlock has found some popularity here and there. Not like an amazing amount of popularity, that's for sure. Let me take a look.
Still in the pool as well.
Yeah.
They could go Lesh on Elephant potentially, but I think against Bloodseeker it's a little bit difficult because you don't have that mobility that you really want. So the Rupture.
What about Omni? They've liked the Omni quite a bit.
It's okay. I think they want a stronger lane support, though, against the Bloodseeker. I still think they could pick Monkey King as well, potentially, here. As, like, the laning hero to go against it.
Okay.
Clock. Okay.
Well, I don't dislike that at all. Could be aggressive in the lane. And you go Earth Spirit. I'm going to say I like EHOME's 1-2 right now.
Oh, it's position 1 Bloodseeker, position 2 Earth Spirit. Is that what you're saying? Yeah? Yeah? I mean, this is a classic combo, though, right? These two heroes. Which TI was it from where Newbie did it? Beacop, go. Earth Spirit Bloodseeker. Beacop, wake up. You're falling asleep, aren't you? I know it's late, Beacop, but there's no rest for the wicked, okay? I know you'll get bored before me, Beacop. It's fine. I'll just keep chatting like this. Keep chatting. Oh yeah, should I tell everybody about what the message was that I got? Am I allowed to...
No, because you're gonna. I think that's a jinx. You say that out loud. I feel like that's
true.
A jinx, right?
Yeah, true.
You got me. I started talking again. And had to stop you from getting the jinx out there.
I like the Monkey King ban, though, from EHOME. Like we said, one of the better heroes at laning against Bloodseeker. I like seeing these heroes like Drow just taken out as well. They're so miserable to play against. Sven, Drow, all these clickers.
I just want to say, I meant first pick, second pick. You toxic.
I mean, I obviously knew that, Beacon.
I'm not going to say. Yeah, okay. Okay.
Just get over it, Jesus.
You just see Mo on my back just winding me. And like... Okay.
I was having this conversation with somebody yesterday. Imagine if we knew a few years ago how many like carry heroes at the moment would have like farming ults effectively, like Sven, Drow,
CK like, technically I think uses it a lot to farm.
CK is another one. Like all these heroes just have ults that allow them to farm quicker, and like obviously God Strength is different because it helps you fight as well. But yeah,
okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, they go to the Void Spirit third. I haven't seen that hero really banned out too much. Like, yeah, it gets banned here and there, but not like a crazy amount.
It probably means they're setting up for their last pick carry hero, like for SCCC. to like enable him in the draft effectively. And I think they want to try and see. They wait to see what elephant pick is their offlaner before they pick their 5, which is fair enough. Like this Void Spirit here, I think it's been banned both games so far, right? I think it's the first time it's been let through. So we'll see.
No Lesh to go to. They go Magnus.
So
see what that does for them.
Are they going to go Mag PA then, potentially? Mag. I mean, Sven's still in the pool if they want to go for it. What's the hero they want to play with the Mag? Is it just PA?
Sven, the double cleave.
Jug, maybe?
Who gives you the ability to like go on this Void Spirit right now for Elephant? Ooh.
I mean,
and that's okay.
It's pretty good against Mag.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I think it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's decent against the Clockwork as well, because if he ever gets on top of you, you can just fly away, which is fine.
Yeah.
You know what we haven't seen this whole series? Night Stalker.
Wasn't it banned both games?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, this draft, it's been completely, not ignored, but, like, because both the offlanes have been picked relatively early on in the draft, we might just not see it at all this series.
Do they go PA here, or do they just go to the Sven and look to, like, empower Great Cleave, destroy
both the Jug
you?
and the PA struggle a little bit against the Wyvern. I think they're more like, I think they're more likely to go for something that allows them to jump the backline first, because if they don't pick the hero that can jump the Wyvern here, then they're going to have 2 more bans on EHOME to protect their Wyvern. And when you play these Mag lineups, I think having this Wyvern kind of hero, you need a way of dealing with it. Otherwise, like your Jug, your PAs, these carries that normally do high like physical damage just don't get enabled in the game. So the way you enable that is by picking these heroes that just
They ban
eat into the backline.
themselves.
Yeah, it's really good. This Sven ban, I like that a lot. I could see them going Troll potentially as well. I think on EHOME, it's something they've liked to pick this tournament.
Yeah.
But they have to wait to see what Elephant pick here as well, and they'll want a good core-to-core matchup.
Ban the Jug. I would say you ban PA or Lifestealer next if you're EHOME?
Lifestealer maybe not so much, because you have Rupture, I think, and that hero without mobility doesn't really do a huge amount.
Ban the Void.
I think PAs are more likely ban, but again, they have Rupture, and that hero requires mobility. So they might ban Lifestealer just because it's one of the better laners against the Bloodseeker Earth Spirit.
What if we got like a Phantom Lancer here for Elephant?
It's okay. I wouldn't mind that. It's like Lesh is banned, Ember's out the game already. Yeah, I could see PL being a potential pick. They could still go Troll as well, but against Wyvern, again, it's pretty difficult. They just banned the PA.
There's the ban the PA.
I will say it would be miserable as the Wyvern just getting like blown up by the PA from Blur. It'd be awful. And there's the Lifestealer. B-Cop on it again with the 5th picks.
Bam. No, yep. Save win here for EHOME. Troll,
Yeah,
okay.
Troll. Now, we saw this Troll Lifestealer matchup before, do you remember? And the Troll didn't go MKB, and it felt awful. So I'm kind of hoping SCCC doesn't go for the same thing, because this Lifestealer is going to go Halberd, you'd assume. And then, they need to make sure they have a way of the Troll dealing damage in fights. I actually prefer EHOME's lineup ever so slightly, but I think it's pretty close still.
Yeah, I was going to ask.
It's not massively one-sided. They might struggle to deal with the Ember, is something I'll say, though. Because they don't have a huge amount of control on EHOME. And Somnus is really good at this hero.
I think I kind of like EHOME's draft better too. I think I'm gonna go EHOME. I think I'm on EHOME. I don't know if you're gonna pick Elephant just to be the opposite, but I like the chances here for EHOME. I like their lineup. A little nervous about the FY Rubik.
Yeah, I think I'll go Elephant just to be annoying, but I think it's pretty close. I do worry for EHOME with this Ember though that he could go crazy. I think obviously this mid lane, if somebody gets a good start, then maybe one of them gets level 6 first. We start to see these really early rotations and things. I think active runes are going to be massively important this game, so expect a lot of rotations from the supports towards the mid lane at like the 4 and the 6 minute mark, because the Lifestealer doesn't need a huge amount of help in the lane. Like the Clockwork can just leave him if he needs to go and secure those runes. The same with the Magnus. And like Bloodseeker and Troll are both fine as well. Like they'll just trade farm. So I think there might be a lot of early action towards that mid lane here.
So
I love this Bloodseeker Earthspirit combo though. It's so good.
It's a fun one, that's for sure. And we've seen some great Earth Spirit games. We've seen some great Rubik games, of course, as well, but we'll see who takes it all.
Yeah, I like to think that Bloodseeker should do well in the lane against the Lifestealer, though. Like, he has high armor to work with. Obviously, he can't really land the Blood right effectively because he's just going to rage if he needs to. So, like, this combo with the Bloodseeker Earth Spirit isn't as potent in the lane as it would be in other games. But it's still a good combo for the game with the Rupture and the Kick. Lots of damage.
Get ourselves a quick pause. Hopefully a quick pause.
Fingers crossed.
Had to go open up the heat while I waited for the reconnects here. As it's pretty cold in my room at the moment.
Doesn't stop moaning, chat, does he? Jesus.
Oh my God! Stop.
Wonderful.
Just stop. Just the rudest, you know? It doesn't stop being TM06, does he?
What do we think Mag builds this game? Do we think it's like a Mag mech game, or does he go like just really early blink? Solar Chris, maybe?
Does he need the blink out in this matchup?
I mean, it always helps. He's like the raw team fight initiation and everything. Like they have Rubik as well, but
Where did I go?
he's going to go blink at some point. I don't know if they want an item that allows them to group up first though, like the Solar Crystal mech or whatever. Could go pipe potentially as well. It's a good pipe game up against the Earth Spirit and the Void Spirit.
Wonderful.
So here we go. I don't know. Seems like the laning went really well for obviously the team that won. I know that's such a standard stat, but like really well for the team that won. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
better than average.
Both teams have played well out of the laning stage.
Yes.
With the lead that they have, is what you're trying to say. I get that. It's been so important. And if you so let's look at the lanes 1-to-1 in all 3 lanes, right?
Yeah.
You have Bloodseeker Earth Spirit bot lane against Lifestealer Clock. I think Bloodseeker Earth Spirit should do slightly better, but it's pretty like close to just trading farm level. Clockwork.
Red Panda in some trouble. Chases on. They won't get the kill though.
Mid lane, Ember versus Void Spirit. I feel like, again, it's kind of just a trade farm lane. I think whoever gets level 6 first, whoever gets the active runes, that's going to be the big difference maker in that lane. And top lane, Troll Wyvern. This Wyvern isn't the best support, like, for lane pressure. But at the same time, like, Mag doesn't really do anything, like, a huge amount in the laning stage either. So it's quite passive up here. And we should mention that it's a game 3 of a lower bracket final, so this could be a slow game, potentially, with both teams afraid to, like, play the same level of tempo as they have in the others, just in case they make a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that in the past, in past OGAs, but I would say this one is the anomaly. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would say so.
At least up to this point, it's been the anomaly. How does this lane go bottom?
They're doing better on Rage's side than I thought they would. This Clockwork's doing a decent job, but it's less about the laning stage for the Clockwork and more about being that hero that is annoying in the mid game, right, with the rotations and things. And he needs to hit his level 3 as well. But again, it's also one of these heroes like Chen that we've talked about that the Lifestealer doesn't need a huge amount of help in the lane, so it's going to get to the point where the Clock can just leave the lane and put the Lifestealer by himself, and then the Clock can just run across the map and try and make things happen, especially in this top lane.
Smash, blood right. Oh, almost hitting on a red panda. Just constantly the blood right. Getting the rage out of Eurus there. And Red Panda, I don't know if he's gonna get this kill on either of these heroes. He's on the run now. Boulder Smash hits, he's slowed up, and he'll get the deny to the neutrals.
That
works out in his favor.
Because the Bloodseeker would have got a big burst in HP there from the Thirst if he'd have killed the Clockwork. So that makes a big deal to, like, it makes a big difference to the Lifestealers, like, game and lane so far.
Void Spirit 14-2. Mid to the Embers 16-2.
This Rocket Flare just gets thrown mid. He doesn't have power cogs on Red Panda yet. Just spamming to other lanes with Rocket Flare.
Bloodseeker getting low. Goes down the blood right, but the rage is used by Eurus. Rocket Flare coming in. Chalice needs to be careful.
Does he have regen coming in for him? Yeah, he has a salve. Okay. And a Gloves of Haste.
Desperately need that salve.
Early Gloves of Haste.
Yeah.
Just wants to trade better with the Lifestealer, I guess. Yeah, this bot lane definitely not gone as well for EHOME as I thought it would, though.
Top, telekinesis, skewer on SCCC. Putting him back towards his tower. Four minutes in. See, supports have made the rotation to look for this first power rune. It will be a haste picked up by Fade.
I like
could head top with this.
Yeah, I like that he's made this rotation as well because he can't really do anything bot anymore.
Yeah, Boulder Smash comes in, FY in trouble. Fade gets first blood. Now, is he going to body block Yang? Skewers there, but still, Yang not in the best of worlds at this moment. But
I think if that Splinter Blast had landed, he'd have committed for that on the Earth.
Bloodseeker, he's getting low. He's on the run, and eventually he'll fall. Eurus getting the kill there with the help of the Clockwork.
And he has the Chainmail now as well on the Lifestealer, so this Bloodseeker can't trade with him anymore. Like, he's almost level 5, so the 3 points in Feast is going to make it impossible. So this lane that should have had a decent start has fallen behind a little bit, and now the Lifestealer's, like, absolutely fine.
Already a 1k lead here for Elephant. I don't know if they'll downplay the pace. It just seems like the pace has been there for both games, and it's we've just been seeing a fast pace the entire tournament as well, to be fair.
Elephant, especially when they've got ahead, have really, gone for games with the tempo. Bot lane.
Bloodseeker again was getting low, but they're gonna look over for this clockwork. They can't get the kill. Red Panda able to run it off.
Yeah, he has no regen as well. He went for wand early instead of like a ring of regen or anything.
Ooh.
So he's got the really early earn coming out on the clockwork, but no boots. So might potentially be in trouble here because they see him with the thirst.
I mean, at this point, I think, only one of your lanes is really CSing that well for the Dire.
Yeah, they're doing incredibly well on Elephant. I think EHOME will be disappointed with how their side lanes have gone this game. But that's the way it goes sometimes. It's just... we've seen that EHOME definitely have it in them to be able to do good things.
Looks like they want to turn this. They've got the rotations coming in towards top. They'll finance Triple C. Can they get the kill? The Shockwave as well as the Sleight of Fist Searing Chains. He's on the run. Here comes XM. He's got the Aether Remnant. That locks down the Magnus. We'll skewer XM back, who does not have any mana. Yang now goes into the trees trying to run away. And they'll eventually get the kill. XM. Astro step out. Somnus in some trouble now. Ask Triple C. Can he get the kill? The roll ends up missing, but the boulder smash doesn't. Kicks it like Cristiano Ronaldo right into the face of Somnus.
Oh, you're a Ronaldo fan instead of Messi? Is that what you're saying with this? Jesus Christ.
No, I just always get told I pronounce his name wrong, even though
okay. Yeah, really well played by XM to make the rotation top, because that could have been really bad for Triple C. They're going to go again, though, on him.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
That's battle chance, but he isn't really popping it for this.
What I really... Chalice going down to Red Panda. I was gonna say what I really should have done is talked about
Weston,
the American who scored the other day. I forget his name off the top of my head.
Is it Weston McKennie? Is that his name?
Yeah, Weston McKennie plays for Juve.
I watched his interview. That was quite interesting. He seems really humble. That's good.
Yeah, and then I told you how all the sports channels in the United States didn't even show his goal.
Yeah. XM bottles up the regen rune here. That's really good for him. So going to help secure his farm. I wonder what he goes first. Like, is he thinking about going Axe first potentially before upgrading boots? Does he want boots of travel? Maybe could be interesting. Bot lane again though. Chalice is just getting hunted here over and over again.
Yeah, he hasn't really been able to kind of stay not stationary, but in a specific spot long enough. Roll in. Gonna go for this Rubik. Kill off FY very quickly. Well done there by XM and Fade, making a good combo coming into the lane.
Yeah, and Yang has to come up here now, because otherwise they miss out on loads of XP from this top wave. So at least somebody's going to be here to come and soak it up.
So, is this the worst spot to be in here right now for EHOME? Like, it's a 1k lead or 2k lead for Elephant. Like, definitely feels really solid for them.
Bot lane again.
Now, Battery Assault, Chalice in trouble for what seems to be the nth time. We've got the Boulder Smash as well as the Geomagnetic Grip. They've got the Silence and the kill.
I was about to say that the worst thing for EHOME would be if Chalice dies here, and then he's basically just not got a game at that point. If he actually doesn't die there and they're able to turn around and get a kill is huge. Because they were really struggling to enable this Bloodseeker. Like, he's always going to do his thing though with Rupture and stuff, but... yeah. I think XM going for this Yules is okay. I don't mind it too much. I would have liked to have seen him go Axe first, but it's such a commitment. At least the Yules allows you to fight a little bit earlier than like just trying to save all the way for the Axe. It's still, always going to be a good item on that hero. Well, Mac has Arcanes. Could potentially be going Mech then, actually, if he's gone for the Arcanes.
Rupture. And the kick. Can they stop his TP? No, they can't.
Oh, I think he took a lot of damage from that rupture though, because he TP'd.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
There's a Rubik coming in though.
Structures are fortified.
That Blood Right's stolen. Good one to have, especially when it's hard to see it in the trees, but they get the kill on Adfly. Silence comes through.
They really want to defend this bot tier 1 though. Yeah, like Somnus is going to come in as well. He has to be careful though. There's a silence on the Earth Spirit in a few seconds.
Winter's Curse.
They're
This
gonna
could
go
set
for
up
this.
for it. They've actually cursed both Lifestealer as well as the Ember. They use the RP. That lands on a 3. Can they get anything from this though? Skewer as well. The roll out from Fade. He survives. That's Triple C with that cold embrace trying to heal up. He starts to retreat. Hook shot out onto Chalice. He'll be the only casualty, it looks like. They still got Yang. I mean, after that RP, it looked like it was going to go way worse.
Okay, so there were 2 moments in that fight. The first one was like, I thought that fight was going to go awfully for Elephant at first, because Somnus was so close to dying on the Ember just before the RP came through, right? And then all of a sudden, when the RP comes through, you think the fight's going to be awful for EHOME. But it kind of ends up being relatively even overall. Because the Troll doesn't quite die because of the nice heal from the Wyvern. Like, everybody gets really low, but... Yeah.
Aether Remnant?
Dire's courier has been killed.
Oh, XM losing his courier.
Yeah, he got his heals though, at least. You know, he got his iron, that's the big thing. Would have been awful if he didn't get that. They've kind of rescued their laning stage a little bit though on EHOME, I will say, with these good rotations from XM.
Radiant's
They weren't
middle
too far
tower is
behind,
under
but...
attack.
they're
But
making,
needed it.
Yeah, they're making lots happen, which is important. And they're not
Dire's
letting,
top tower
like,
is
Euros
under
just farm the
attack.
jungle for free, which is good. Yeah, he's just going to leave and go top. They want to try and get this top tier 1, I'd imagine.
Dire's top tower is
I don't know,
under
when
Troll-
you're playing against...
Ooh,
You
go on.
first. No, you go
No,
first.
I was just gonna say he's getting close to this Battle Fury. He's got the Perseverance. Not like super close,
Dire's
but
top
he's getting
tower
there.
has fallen.
Yeah, he's on the way. I like this play though. They see them going for this top tier 1 because they know the lifesteal is TP'd away. And so now they're going to try and pressure this tier 1 mid really hard because they know the lifestealer can't get there. And if he wants to, he has to invest in the mag. And that's going to be exactly what happens here.
Boy. Winter's Curse. Rage use. Fade dead.
Stolen
They
curse.
stole the curse. They should be able to lock up SCC if he gets out of this RP alive. And he'll do just that for now. So FY still has the Winter's Curse to get the kill on SCC. The roll is in from Fade. They've got the Magnetize. The Silence on a 3. There's the Winter's Curse. That'll lock up Fade. And he'll steal the Blood Right too. FY finally ends up going down. Yura's getting chased. They've got the Dissimulate. They don't want to jump too far for this. They'll find their attention on the red panel. Uses the hook shot. They get the kill on a Fade again. He's dead for 51 seconds. Cogs push away Chalice. They've got Clockwork low, but not low enough. X-Nova ends up dead. Chalice on the run. Aether Remnant locks up the Clockwork, who's still tanky enough to survive this. But eventually the Resonant Pulse is there with the right click coming out from XM.
XM's playing these fights so well. There's an Arcane Rune top as well, which Somnus is going to take here. I mean, the both teams are having big problems with the spirits, like either side. The Void Spirit and the Ember Spirit are just dictating so much of what's happening in the fights, and they can't really be dealt with at the moment because the lack of lockdown is so apparent. I will say though that as this game's going on, my point before was going to be that with this Empower, the Radiant side are definitely going to be favoured for like scaling. Because Ember and Lifestealer are going to be absolutely loving life. And when he gets this Halberd on the Lifestealer, Troll with Battle Fury, his game becomes really difficult. Because like, yes, he can scale with Battle Fury and everything, but the Lifestealer doesn't need that innate farming item because he has the mag on his team. So effectively Elephant are going to be coming online a lot quicker before the Troll's ready to fight, and I think it's up to them to make the most of that. They play around the Roche pit potentially and just hunt for kills non-stop.
For sure. There's the mech. So yeah, it's Guardian Grooves for this Magnus.
Yeah, I like that a lot. We talked about how the mech was something he could potentially go for. I don't think they're massively reliant on the blink this game. It's all about like out-sustaining them in team fights. Like we said, just hit this timing at around the 15 to 20 minute mark where you know you're stronger than them, and the mech advantage like doubles down on that. It's really good.
It's like when we see a Chen team in the lead and he finally gets, or the Wisp too, when they get those mechs. And it goes from like having that lead and being a little bit nervous about pushing forward to having those items and having the sustain.
Something.
Shockwave on X Nova. Curse used.
Hey, they're gonna go for a.
They're gonna try and get the geomagnetic grip with the silence. Rolling Boulder comes in, but they've got the mech. They have the sustain. Roots and the damage. Somnus goes down 100 to 0.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're gonna start to all rotate towards mid. They want to make something happen. They've got the Aether Remnant that locks up Red Panda. Battery Assault tries to hook shot, whiffs it, but healed up via the Infest. Now the kick on a Red Panda, he is ruptured, so he needs to be careful. He's on the run a little bit. As Fade, he's gonna fall. Cold Embrace doesn't help him out.
Yeah, they need to try and find a way of getting onto this Wyvern in fights. That's going to be the big problem for the Elephant. But oh, the Stolen Rupture.
Yeah, that's on the Void Spirit. They were thinking about going into the RP because he is ruptured. If they get the RP as well as the Skewer, he might even just die from that. XM. This is Dissimulate stolen. And there's the RP. He jumps into this. They get the kill on a Yang. And while with the Resonant Pulse, they keep this Void Spirit alive. XM, though, needs to be very careful. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains coming through, and now he's used up into the air. They get the kill on XM. They'll take him out. He's a 5x spree going into the hands of FY. They're still looking for more.
XM being a little bit mental there. I mean, he could have just got out with the Dissimulate, but tries to go in and carry on making plays. I love how much they're defending this mid-tier 1, though, on EHOME. Like, they have Battle Fury on the Troll now as well, so he's scaling okay, but, you know, don't give them anything for free. Like, this mid-tier 1 especially, if you let it fall, it opens up the map so much for Elephant. And we've seen that so far this series, how big of a, like, this tier 1 mid has been for both teams. This game 2, especially when EHOME managed to just take the tier 1 at like before 10 minutes. It was bonkers.
Troll's got the Battle Fury. If he gets into the BKB quickly enough, do you think that like turns the game around at all?
It helps a lot. Because, you know, it allows him to actually get his damage off in fights. But he still has to worry about, like, RP. Obviously, Infest makes it difficult sometimes to try and, like, get your damage off. And again, the Lifestealer's got Halberd, and he's going to be working towards this evasion talent at level 20. So Troll's attacks aren't even...
Ooh, Chalice getting caught again. Pulled right down. He's trying to survive, but he won't be able to do so. Radiant Side is here to get the kill. They use the Winter's Curse, and that only locks up the Rubik as well as the Clockwork. I don't think that's going to be good enough. And the Remnant forward, Searing Chains, X-Nova dies too, and it's 11 even, 4K lead for Elephant.
The problem is for him, this is the part of the game that we talked about where they're working towards their next set of items, and they can't really fight into them that well at the moment. Like this Lifestealer with Halberd now is really strong. They need to work towards their BKB on the Troll, the Axe on the Void Spirit, and they're getting there, don't get me wrong, but there's going to be a few minutes window here where Elephant need to try and take advantage.
They're heading bottom. I mean, they're going to try and maybe secure that tower. Fades down there too.
Chalice is only just at level 10.
Telekinesis. This is not looking good for Fade. No way out. Elephant are starting to get pretty methodical with their pickoffs.
Yep, just keep running at towers. Keep forcing pickoffs. They have good wave clear, at least on EHOME, to defend towers. Like you can see Splinter blasting blood, right? It's crazy.
He spotted XM. Now into the Dissimulate, goes to the low ground, no chase.
Yeah, they aren't killing each other. They're just fighting for runes.
Bounty runes. 2 apiece.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Dick burn.
Oh, the miss.
Almost has that BKB ready to go. But again, I'm not sure that's going to be enough.
Yeah, he needs the MKB, which you see he just queues up straight away afterwards.
Yeah.
Who was the... Was it the RNG carrier? Was it Jay? That
Jay?
didn't build the MKB before?
Visibility.
I think maybe. Bottom. Chalice dead again. FY on a killing spree. He's got that blink dagger. He is very farmed. He's more farmed than Chalice is.
Because the Lifesaver TP stopped there instantly. Sorry, the Ember TP stopped there instantly. Going to go bot and try and force something. But he has a Remnant out to jump back to, I think, if he needs. Can't quite see, but.
We're gonna go. FY, magnetized, telekinesis up in the air. They get the kill on FY. Now can they get the rest? Eurus locked up via the Winter's Curse, getting those attack speed stacks on. And Eurus gets Infest off. But can he get away? Rod of Atos, now it pops. They've got the Rupture as well as the Blood Right. They'll use the RP. It's only onto this Void Spirit with the Troll. And there's no follow-up damage to it. So the roll forward looking for Red Panda. They've already lost 2. They're going to hookshot over to the neutrals. Still, though, keeping up with him. The roll ends up hitting from Fade. He kicks him back towards Chalice, where they've got the Rod of Atos as well as the Blood Right.
Somnus is just waiting,
double astral step. Somnus looking to turn this. He doesn't exactly have a lot of mana to play with, though. However, XM dissimulate. Can he get away? No. Slight is there, and there's the finish.
They have to be so careful. They took this amazing fight in bot lane, and all of a sudden, they're just trying to chase this Clockwork that doesn't really matter that much. Like, all the way through his jungle, right into the Ember's hands. So XM, he gets his Ags at least. Like, he hasn't lost a huge amount of gold. It was a really good fight for them. They had the BKB on the Troll. They had the... oh, hang on. Troll.
Gonna get this kill.
Oh, I'm just gonna have the BKB.
Dire's middle tower is
I don't
under
even...
attack.
Well, the thing is, he didn't know who was there, right? Like, he didn't know whether the Ember was coming. I think if he'd have known, he probably wouldn't have popped the BKB, but... Just plays it safe.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So back to a 4K lead.
It's a 4K lead, but at the same time, the
Radiant's
Troll's the
top
most
tower
farmed hero
is
in the
under
game.
attack.
So... Kind of goes both ways a little bit. I don't think this 4K lead means too much.
Dire's bottom tower is
Bottom.
under attack. Dire's
Gonna catch
bottom
FY again.
tower is falling.
And they find Red Panda as well.
And they'll end the roll. They'll get the kill.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The creep tries to clap to steal the kill, but doesn't quite get it. I think they can look towards Roche soon on EHOME with this Troll. They need to wait for his BKB to be back up again, which is like 15 seconds here. But if they can find a pick-off around the Roche bit, they take it so quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that would be putting the game back towards even, having that Roche to play with, and then being able to push.
And they're looking for the Ember, because they have the Winter's Curse to set up again.
Does Somnus stick around long
Waiting
enough?
for him.
Got the Vision and Geomagnetic Grip. There's Curse, and there's the Blood Right. They'll use the Rupture. They're not really doing a lot of damage. They're still trying to fight this. FY comes over. He's got the Telekinesis out onto the Earth Spirit, and now the Infest is going to keep this Ember alive. They'll get the kill on a Fate. They'll look towards the rest. They have hook shot if they want to go in.
That was so messy from EHOME as well, though. Like they...
Rod of Atos, Blood Right stolen, and there's the kill.
Like, at the start of this fight, you see when they went on the Ember, they used the roll and the Winter's Curse at the same time. Like, just let one or the other go. You don't need to both commit with your spells at the same time. Just a little bit of miscommunication. If you chain stun a little bit better there, the kill's a lot easier. But, you know, it is what it is. And now they get a Roche on Radiant side just because of a mishap.
Dire are scanning.
Not sure anybody on EHOME could really catch this in the moment.
That's... Oh. They took a really good fight on EHOME and now they've kind of just... Yeah. Not thrown it away, but...
Finex Nova, and all of a sudden, Yang, he gets blown up. Silence up Somnus, he pops the BKB. Now can they turn this around? Can they get anything on the side of Elephant towards EHOME? And they get themselves one, but they end up losing Red Panda. They're right on top of Fade. Slight, Remnant forward, finds
This is big if they kill him.
Nova. And the Winter's Curse, the Blood Right down, the Silence on a Chalice, as well as the Troll. He's the one in trouble now. The Silence lasts forever.
Top tower is under attack.
Oh dear, FY with that Silence and the 3 levels in the Arcane Supremacy. 4 staff away, but eventually he goes down and 4 heroes dead on the side of EHOME. And they push on Elephant's End.
Dire's top tower is
I've
under
heard FY's
attack.
pretty good at this hero.
Overrated?
The Troll popped his BKB really early on in the fight because he had to. And then I don't think he realised. Yeah, he saw the Blood Right go down, but he wasn't really worried about it. I don't think he saw the creep coming in, though, that Lifestealer was invested in. So he thought he'd be able to deal with the Ember and the Rubik. But as soon as the Lifestealer comes, yeah, not a chance. He needs this MKB as well. He's getting closer, but at the moment he's really struggling to deal damage. Especially onto Eurus.
My matriarch will prize.
Very quick to a 9k lead. I like the Halberd on Lifestealer.
Yeah, it's really good. Good item against Troll. Status resistant against like Rupture and stuff is really good as well.
Yeah.
It's just the perfect time for Lifestealer in a lot of games because it gives you everything you need.
Quick
Okay,
shot
HP amp is good as
in
well.
deep. Get the kill here on X Nova.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They're gonna grab this tier 2 mid.
Dire's middle tower has
This is
fallen.
crazy though that this game was close for so long, and the one fight it comes down to is this like gank on the Ember top, which feels like it should be relatively safe. And all of a sudden, because they like misuse their skills, a couple of people die, then Radiant take Roche, it means they take the next fight really well. Everything's just snowballed out of control really quickly.
Yeah. And they all of a sudden feel like they don't have answers on the
That's
side
right.
of EHOME. Yules. And Boulder Smash. Yules again. And they will get the kill on the FY, but Fade's still dead.
I think they'll take that though on EHOME.
Vegetable C. Yang. He's right here ready to use that RP. Ready to go in just a second. Battle Trance. RP used. He's locked up. And they should be able to get the kill. Yeah, they will. And now back over mid. 4 staffs will kill Red Panda while he's ruptured.
That S triple C kills huge though. 65 seconds of him dead. No MKB still. He's 400 gold. Ember's
Right
just
down.
making so much space.
And they've got the Aether Remnant. They're going to try and go for this Ember. Ember's got an Aegis to play with. Heroes on his end are coming back. They've got the Guardian Greaves. That'll keep Somnus healthy enough. He's to survive for now.
Yeah, that was cute by Somnus though. Like he was just trying to play around with them because he knew he had Aegis. If he dies, it doesn't matter anyway. But he's trying to buy time for his Magnus to come over and turn the fight. So well played by XM to get out with the Astral Step before the chains came through. Much better game 3 though than the other 2.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I would say for some of it, yeah.
Like at least we've got an actual close game rather than 2 stomps that we've had in game 1 and 2.
I don't know. It is a 12k lead at the moment.
If you'd have told me after watching game 1 and 2 that one team would have had a 12k lead at 29 minutes speak up, I'd have taken it.
Paladin sword for the Lifestealer. As if his
Yeah, it's
items
good.
couldn't get even better.
Yeah, and this AC means even now the Troll has MKB, the damage output from him is going to be massively limited.
And it's off.
I think they need to smoke up here and try and play with the MKB. Yeah, they are. They need to look for something because Aegis is dying in like 5 seconds. So this is like the perfect time to fight for them. Oh, Red Panda just breaks the smoke though. See you later, guys.
There it goes.
We're gonna go for Red Panda. They've got the telekinesis onto the Earth Spirit. Yules up into the air. They get the kill on a Fade. They've got the Witch's Curse, but that's only going to be on the Lifestealer and the Clockwork. BKB's been popped by Somnus. Goes after X Nova. He's got the Searing Chains that off the Winter Wyvern. They get the kill there with the BKB as well as the Disarm out of the Patrol. They fall back on the Earth Spirit. Chalice taking a lot of damage. Now
Oh,
the RP
God.
lands on 3. they have the follow-up for this. Telekinesis and drop them down. It looks like they might clear up the rest. And the stuns that they need to finish off SCCC and Fade. They don't have buyback, and this could be the beginning of the end.
What a performance from FY, though, in these final fights. I mean, the first thing that we have to talk about is Red Panda just running in, breaking the smoke. It gives vision with the rocket flare, and they just see everything. So they can decide exactly how they want to take the fight. And this grieves pipe advantage that the Magnus has. Like, look at his net worth compared to the Bloodseeker. Like, the item build between them is so much, it makes so much difference.
Hook shot. Telekinesis and XM dead. He's got buyback. Arctic Burn. X-Nova now. He's on the run from Somnus, who's under the tier 3 tower. They're going to TP out the Clockwork, but Astral Step across as well as the Silence onto a couple. XM trying to make something happen, but he's rooted up. He'll Yules himself. Silence on this Life Stealer. But look at this. The 4 staffs just to get XM away from this, but he can't survive. He'll go down. So does the Winter Wyvern. Still 15 seconds without the troll. Again. And Bloodseeker, he's going to go down to Somnus. They got the full team wipe. Have Elephant done enough?
I don't know if you saw, but when that fighting was going on, he sold Battle Trance on FY, and he was just hitting the tier 3 tower with Battle Trance Rubik. That was great. He's just styling, like, this whole time. Just, like, last 10 minutes.
Silence onto a couple. Hook shot on the back lines, going for this Bloodseeker. Fade getting low. He's probably going to die here. Battle Trance already used by SCCC. First hit bash coming out from Eurus. They get the kill on a Fade. They'll look over at this troll, and with the skewer, they'll get the kill. With that, EHOME called GG. Elephant booked their ticket into the final, and we already know what the matchup will be for tomorrow.
Good game 3. I think this was on a knife's edge, this game, for long periods of time, but that one botched kill top just changes the whole game. Like, everything's different. All of a sudden, when they get the Aegis, you see the tempo that Elephant play. Like, they hit their next round of items and they go.